story came up there.
We got Brett Ratner calling in from X-Men.
Yeah, what? Director, right?
Is he the director?
Better be.
All right. Here are the
X-Men 3.
He's promoting
Director.
X-Men. Didn't they make $120 million the first weekend?
Huge opening.
one of the biggest openings ever.
You better get out there and promote that shit.
Better get out there. You start banging on some doors. You start doing some radio, my friend.
What are you doing?
I just hope they show up.
Let's say hi to Brett Ratner.
Brett.
Yeah.
Sorry to make you wait,
There
buddy.
he is.
No problem. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Nothing much. Sitting here doing a radio show while I guess you're just money falling into your windows and doorway and.
Don't worry, I'm busy counting it.
Is that it? We're like, why is this guy
you don't have to
promoting
call
a
us.
movie that is so gigantically huge?
$122 million.
We usually get people from movies that need promotion, and we have to make believe we're actually going to see the movie. Yeah, no, it looks good. I'll go see it.
Soul Plane. That sounds great. I'm going to be the first one online, Snoop.
Right.
It's like, but I mean, obviously everybody going out to see X-Men 3.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
$130 million so far.
That's crazy. How much did it cost to make?
They don't really tell me that.
No,
That's a good move, see? Because there's all that
They didn't
thing
wanna
with
scare
the
me.
profit. Because these movies never really make a profit, do they?
No.
No matter
No,
how much
actually.
the movie makes, it's like the production company, the movie studio goes, I don't know, it just broke even. We just happened to a coincidence again. We just broke even. No one makes money.
Nobody.
You've done some other stuff. I'm looking at the NYU student film you did. Whatever happened to Mason Reese?
Yeah.
Are you
What
kidding?
the hell made you? Now I remember Mason Reese growing up as a kid. He did the Underwood
mortgage
deviled
board.
ham commercials,
Yeah.
and used to say it tastes like a mortgage-board.
A Borgish more.
Borgish-board. He couldn't say smorgasbord. And what did you actually search him out?
I bumped into him on the street, and I was like, I want to make you a star. And that was like one of my first student films.
I saw him in my neighborhood recently. This really is a true story. At my hamburger joint with his little fat fingers eating a burger, and I couldn't believe no one in the joint knew who he was.
Oh no.
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
He just looks like
Yeah.
he's, loaded.
Did you just decide it was kind of a cool college subject to?
No, it was
Little
just
quirky.
something I grew up on him, and Danny Bonaducci and all those guys. So he was like, I have a fascination with like child stars. So
Oh, you do.
he was like a child star. And
Whatever happened to Rodney Allen Rippey?
exactly, that was going to be the sequel to whatever happened to me.
What happened to the little kid they brought on the last season of The Partridge Family?
Exactly.
Yeah, what was that guy's name?
He was a little kid that lived next door.
E-Town Pets.
No. You ass.
So, do we even have to talk about this movie, Brent?
Do we even
Why?
have to?
Why? I mean, it's no. It was incredible making it. I mean, really, it was. For me, it was like a dream. I was supposed to direct Superman.
Yeah.
And then I left Superman, and I thought I'll never get a chance to do a superhero movie because Bryan Singer's got his X-Men, and Sam Raimi's got Spider-Man, and now Chris Nolan was directing Batman. But then when Bryan left X-Men, I was like, shit, I gotta do this.
Yep. And it looks like you made the better move, my friend.
Why did he leave X-Men?
I'm sorry?
Why did Brian leave X-Men?
I don't know. I mean, look, Rush Hour is my franchise, and if I got offered Superman, which I did, but while I was doing a Rush Hour movie, I would have left to go do Superman, just because, I mean, I grew up on Superman. Superman was like the coolest thing ever to do, but it seems like X-Men right now is hot,
So totally, like busting at the seams, making money. How do you direct? You like you said, your franchise there, being Rush Hour. How do you? Is it harder to direct something that has a lot of CGI?
Yeah, that's difficult. I mean, I don't know. There's a sequence in the movie where we move the Golden Gate Bridge, and I was like, how the hell are we going to do this? And then when I started seeing tests of it, I was like, holy shit, myself, I couldn't believe it. But it's not easy. I mean, we had at one point on the set between 750 and 1,000 people on any given day.
Jesus
Wow.
We had 150 Teamsters on the movie alone.
Oh, that must have been nice.
They didn't make money, did they? No, you didn't make a dime.
So it was a huge, huge, huge production, but it was like a kid in a candy store. Come on, I mean, I got Halle Berry and Ian McKellen and Hugh Jackman and all these great actors. It's like I couldn't wait to get to the set to direct them, and every character has superpowers, and I'm blowing shit up, and I mean, it's exciting.
Are you doing the actual directing during like a lot of the green screening and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean, but like, how do you know what the fuck to do when you don't have experience doing that?
It was the most expensive student film ever made. I was getting paid to learn. Really, it was unbelievable. I mean, look, the trick is really surround myself with the best people in the world, and that's what I did.
Apparently so, because it cost a lot of money because you made
and
nothing.
I'm about to do Rush Hour 3 next, which is exciting because I'm going to shoot that in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Now he just picks locations he wants to go to.
Exactly.
Where's this one going to be? Yeah, Paris.
I think we should
Well,
go
it's
to
great because
Paris.
both of them will be fish out of water, because in the first one, Chris was in Hong Kong. I mean, Jackie was in L.A. He was the fish out of water. Chris went to Hong Kong for the second one. He was the fish. Now both are going to be fish out of water. They both don't speak the language.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait.
Does Jackie fight off a whole bunch of people with a baguette?
Yeah.
That I want to see.
With a crick.
Please include them killing a mime.
Yeah.
That would be great. Some chair fight where a mime's head just goes flying.
I think you're friends with my manager. Do you know Jonathan Brandstein?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I just to make sure I wasn't lying.
Always the Jimmy tie-in.
Jonathan knows everybody.
Took me to Cuba.
Did he really?
Oh, he talks about Cuba all the time. We were having sushi and he was talking about Cuba.
Jonathan's a mule for something. I don't know what, but he comes back with little balloons. He's fucking smuggling something.
He can't get enough of Cuba.
Dude, he's a really weird genius.
How'd you work that out, going to Cuba?
It was great. We got it was a scam. He said, hey, hire this lawyer, pay this lawyer like $25,000, and I'm allowed to bring a private jet into Havana.
Wow.
So we flew on my friend has a Gulfstream, and we flew into Havana on a Gulfstream, which was pretty cool.
Don't you got to leave from like Canada though, or?
No, because we got permission from the U.S. government. That's why I had to get a lawyer to like get clearance.
Oh, and then you and you make like a donation.
Yeah, we were there like on official business.
Official business. What did you do?
Well, I movie business. I bought the rights to Che Guevara's life.
All right.
So we had to do some research, man, see where he was born,
Jesus.
We had to inspect some of the Cuban girls,
This guy's living the life.
Oh, man.
Let's live in the life.
Wow, that's
Must be nice to have a friend that has a plane.
The food is incredible. I mean, in Cuba, I got to tell you, the cigars, the food, the women,
That's what you call pussy down there?
Oh, yeah.
I heard they won't let Cuban girls into some of the hotels there, like the big tourist hotels.
No, you got to do it in a dark alley in the corner.
Nice. Even better.
It's a little dangerous.
No, no, they don't let the locals in the hotels.
Right.
No.
No?
Nope.
Keep the riffraff out. Who else is going? Well, I guess I'm so self-centered. Look, with the United States,
The whole rest of the world.
the whole rest of the world goes. But what's there to do?
In Havana, it's really about it's like being in Paris, but first of all, it's a time warp. Every car is from 1960 and before.
Yeah.
How come they don't have cars from like Japan though, or other more modern cars?
They can't afford it.
Oh,
they
okay.
can't afford it. It's a poor country. I guess.
Once the U.S. cuts you off, my friend, you're
they
broke.
got Russian cars.
Yeah, Brad, what's your impression? Are they happy down there?
How can you not be happy on the Caribbean island? I mean, they're hungry. They're not starving. They got bread and rice.
Rice and a
But when
peach.
you're in Cuba, do you feel like the people are suffering, or?
Yeah, they're suffering. I mean, communism doesn't work. We figured that out. So it's not a good place.
Yeah, it looks a little rough from the window of a Gulf
There's going
Stream.
to be a lot of money. I mean, look, there's still a lot of tourism there. I guess a lot of Europeans go, and unfortunately, Americans really can't go.
Why don't you take that Gulf Stream over and drop some of that X-Men money down on him?
I don't think money would help them. I think you'd have to drop some other stuff.
Another week and you'll be able to buy Cuba.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's not kidding, Brett. It's it's looking great, man. People are really digging the movie. The reviews are great.
I mean, just to make this movie was a dream come true, and now to break all these records and to have the biggest movie ever in the history of Memorial Day and beat every Spielberg movie is exciting. I mean, Spielberg's my hero.
Yeah,
How nervous do you get before those big weekends? I mean, you know that they want the movie to make at least $100 million, right?
Yeah, I mean, they would like that. I mean, you can't always control that, but it's it's big. I mean, the chairman of the studio actually said to me, if you screw this up, you're going to ruin your career. But if you do good, you're going to be a big director. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Not too much pressure.
The pressure's big, but it's fun too at the same time. I mean, come on, I got superheroes, I got Halle Berry, I got Rebecca Romijn nude. How can I not be happy?
Yeah, I heard about that, huh? Nice without all that blue stuff on her shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. You and I should do a film together.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, Jimmy.
What?
Stop trying to network. Jimmy was in Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in the first one. He was surly truck driver.
I had one line, but it was basically the pivot point of the film. Without me, the whole thing collapsed.
Visuals on that one.
He said this. I actually have the line. Hold on. Here he is. They were doing like a roving reporter, what people think of Spider-Man, and Jimmy said this.
He stinks, and I don't like him. A lot of people called me the linchpin for the film.
Are you getting checks from that line?
What's that?
Are you getting checks?
Dude, it was amazing. It was like an hour shoot with second unit. I got
He gets X-Men money.
I still get money from that. I've probably made $6,000 total off that one line.
Are you kidding?
Dude, they have to, the union, SAG is great. I got
There's no
They're
justice.
going to come for the rest of your life.
And every once in a while, you'll open your mail and there's a check there.
not only $80, but I mean, it's like still.
But yeah, just to know that that's coming
What
in.
was that,
like
5 years ago?
Yeah, that's good hooker money.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, not anymore. Not for $80.
Well, true. Half a hooker.
for you.
Quarter of a hooker for Jimmy Day.
All right, Brett.
Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, the
We're
guy
really
doesn't
happy
need any
that
luck
this-
on this one. Good luck with your future ventures.
And of
Thank
course,
you.
a lot of people talking about some of the surprises in this X-Men movie.
People are white?
The surprises. There's a few things.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a few
lot happens
things.
in this movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's just-
and it's the last one. So if you love if you, I mean, I don't think you need to see the first two movies because I think this one's still enjoyable. But
Smart guy.
But it's a fun ride. I mean, it's like a roller coaster. So I mean, I think it's something that.
Hey,
Can't wait to buy the DVD and then buy the special edition one and then buy the one with all three of them and then buy the special edition one with all three of them and then the one with the commentary and the one behind the scenes.
And the
Jesus Christ, I got to buy the same
DVD and
movie
then-
18 times. How many
remastered.
copies of Lord of the Rings do I own?
I know,
I
it's
swear to you, I own like about 12 copies.
That's so funny.
Hey, Brett, we're going to let you go, but this guy Michael from Atlanta wants to know, why do the internet nerds hate you? Is that
They
true?
all hate me. I don't know why.
Is that really true? What is that based on?
Probably because I get laid.
Because he gets laid and he's on a Gulf Stream sipping
Banging
wine,
Cuban girls.
smoking Cubans, and banging Cuban girls. Of course you'd hate him.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of. I mean, when I got the movie, I called Bryan Singer and I said, Brian, give me some advice. I thought he was going to say, well, when you speak to Magneto, tell him. He's like, Brett, whatever you do, don't read the internet. They hate you.
Don't read the internet, see?
And he said, but don't worry, they hated me too.
Is it the X-Men freaks that just didn't think you were worthy to direct
Yeah,
this
they-
movie?
I mean, I don't think
God.
no one's good enough.
They
It's like
feel like it's theirs, and you like. Look at this. I'm reading this. Make sure you thank Brett for turning Wolverine into a pussy. Like Brett said. All right, I want Wolverine to be a big pussy in this
Yeah.
movie.
No, I think it's look. I try to go for. I knew some people were going to say that because I went for a more emotional movie that you cared about these characters, and I don't think he's a pussy. He's slicing and dicing a lot of people in the movie, but everyone has their opinion. Each person, these are fanatics. These people
Yep.
are obsessed with these characters, and if
tell
you don't
me
do
about it.
exactly the way they saw it as a kid. The comic book, because when you grow up with
40.
something, you have a special kind of passion for it.
Yeah, yeah. They go crazy when you
They go
change
nuts.
the littlest thing.
Is it true that Wolverine does a scene with Heath Ledger in this film?
Yeah. Brokeback X-Men.
Hey, I got a question for you, too, because you directed a lot of really, really big music videos. One problem I've had with the MTV Music Awards, how did you feel a couple years ago when Johnny Cash's Hurt lost to Justin Timberlake?
I wasn't following it, but I love Johnny Cash. I think Johnny Cash is cool. I mean, Justin, look, who knows why these awards are ridiculous, first of all. I mean, I did the biggest video ever, Jessica Simpson, These Boots Are Made for Walking,
Wow.
Yep.
and we didn't even get a nomination. So
Wow.
who knows why? Maybe we missed the deadline. Jessica told me last night she thinks that we're going to get nominated this year. I said, I thought we did the video last year.
Dude, what you lost in nominations, you made up for in boners.
Exactly.
That video, Jesus Christ.
I didn't like it. The shorts were a little too short.
He looked a little too hot.
You guys didn't notice that Jessica Simpson said that to him last night.
Yeah.
You want to say anything more about
How
that?
great
there,
is this guy's life?
I know. You know, in the middle of the night, she rolled over and she told me.
Just good friends, right?
Jess gave me a ring.
Her dad was there at dinner. We all.
It's a little awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many times did you get caught looking?
A few times.
I love this guy.
Yeah, you're all right, Brett.
Thanks a lot, man.
Great talking to you guys.
Definitely. Brett Ratner. X-Men: The Last Stand in theaters now. All right, Brett.
Thanks, man. Bye.
Cool.
How the hell do you go
you know
about
what?
that shit where they always say, I own the rights to that, or I bought that? You ever see, like, just some obscure guy, like, gets a fucking arrow through his head, and then it'll just be like, Fox owns the rights.
Yeah,
like,
that guy.
What is that?
I don't know.
Fuck,
Didn't they
I wish
make
I
a
could've asked
fucking
him
movie about it and stuff? You know what's really cool? Hearing a guy like that, just regular guy.
Yeah.
He's not one of these, like, pretentious, I shouldn't say this, I need to keep an image or something like that. The guy's just talking about,
You know what's funny, too, is when you make that much money off a movie, like, usually, if you get trashed on the internet, no matter what level you're at, you're like, fucking, you just
See?
you
It
lose
doesn't
your shit.
matter.
But $120-something million, you just, I guess, they hate me.
Yeah, they hate me.
So Jessica Simpson was calling me last night. It's just like, you're so fucking
But
above
still, the last guy told him, don't read the internet. Because it'll piss him off. And you know damn well he looks, and even though, when he that 5 minutes that he's alone not banging supermodels, he's probably looking going, these motherfuckers, I poured my heart and soul into this fucking movie. Fuck yourself.
Wolverine's a pussy. He killed 5 people in the first 20 minutes.
Answering under assumed names.
Yeah, no one has thick enough skin.
No one.
No one.
That internet
Doesn't
will
matter
just
who you are, the internet will
fuck you up.
bring it
Maybe
down
I
a
was
few
seeing dollar
notches.
signs because he sounded really, I guess they hate me.
Well,
I
yeah.
was talking to Bobby Kelly last night. We had dinner, and he was saying that someone MySpaced him, and it just enraged him. He wanted to buy a ticket to fly to Ohio to just bite this guy. And he said, Bob broke, because the guy trashed him. I mean, Bob was very funny when he was on the show last time, and the guy trashed him. So Bobby wrote back, and he called him a faggot, and then the guy called him out because he misspelled faggot.
Of course he
Bob
did.
is a dummy.
F-A-G-G-I-T?
No, F-O-G-A-T.
Oh.
Bob, you could be
Foghat?
the dumbest
Called
person
him
I
a
know.
bad 70s band. Listen, Foghat.
Yeah, he called me that on the internet. Faggot. F-A-G-I-T. He literally spells it the way it sounds. That was that time when he first had his website, and people were trashing each other
Oh, my
so bad
God,
that
yes.
people were going on under assumed names. So he's trying to be this different character with the same spelling mistake. It was like fingerprints. He might as well had like a webcam. And he just my name is Luis Faggot. He just like, Bobby, everybody knows this is you.
Knock it off, Bob.
Letters in the middle are capitalized. He really is a dope. Bob, you're as stupid as they come.
Accidentally hits the cap locks, and then every first letter is a small one, and the rest is capitalized.
Oh, yeah, totally. Fucking Dexter Manley.
All right.